All right, welcome to today's aftermarket analysis. Today is 6-2824. I just got done filming the one for yesterday as I was not able to upload it yesterday or, well, even film it yesterday. But yeah, this is today's aftermarket trade recap. Just had one trade in the PM session. Honestly, gonna try to keep this one really quick because I try to keep the other ones quick. I never can. So basically, getting into it. I was not very early onto the charts. I woke up late. Again, I've kind of been having a problem with that this week, which is weird because I've had such an amazing sleep schedule, even with working late and being able to wake up early since about March. So, yeah, gonna try to adjust that over the weekend. But getting into it, we had a very huge 9:30 a.m. Judas swing. We also had that yesterday as well, 9:30 open, and we delivered higher. So now I don't think I would have caught this, but I could have potentially. I don't think there was an SMT. I could have potentially caught this right here. We have this inversion right here. Close above this high or above the inversion. Let me mark this out real quick. And yeah, stop below. That's kind of high. Uh, I'd probably just because I wouldn't say there's enough confluences on this trade, maybe just kept it at 10 points. But yeah, break even at this internal high right here and would not have gotten stopped out of break even, would have had a huge price delivery upwards. I believe there was equal highs. I guess not. Was there an imbalance I was looking at? No, that's yesterday. I swore there was equal highs, but I guess not. So yeah, I probably would have just targeted this buy side level here, or maybe there's some 5-minute imbalance or something. Um, yeah, I don't really exactly know. I mean, again, this is all hindsight, really, so I can't really say for sure. But let's say hindsight, if I was, awesome, then yeah, I mean, 1 to 8 RR, 10-point risk, taking out this buy side level, 91 points, that would be amazing. But yeah, I wasn't even up to that time, so I can't say for sure. Anyways, though, we ended up having a correction down, similar to yesterday after the huge move up, except this one was a little bigger. And we left some buy side level targets here. Chopped, and then yeah, I again I wasn't really looking at price this morning, especially because of how late I woke up. I didn't think I was going to trade at all today. But then coming into the PM here, I was looking that we left these equal lows. We had left this 3-minute, 3-minute, as well as all these targets up here. Now, I wasn't so much focused on these because they were so far up in the leg that once I had started marking out these 3 minutes, this is what I was primarily interested in, as well as this equal high. We end up coming down, leaving the sell side target, equal low. So I was being careful about this. But then with 1 p.m. opening up, I did want to see if we could have an open low high close, which is exactly what we did. 1 p.m. opened up, we delivered directly lower, taking out this equal low. And I like how we souped this low. We didn't close above this low. This also gave me a little bit more confirmation. And we had left this 1-minute inverse. Now, as I was watching this before I had even taken out, or before I had even taken this trade, I was watching this on my phone. Now, something I had mentioned in the last video about being too blindsided. One thing I wanted to try to do is just really, which again, it's not the best idea to trade on your phone, I get that. But I feel like recently I have been so blindsided by setups that I'm so used to just seeing, something that's so like clear, like SMT, so perfect, clean. But again, this is something I feel like I've been missing recently. Some setups like this that are pretty clear and they have pretty good confluences. Again, I would say this was definitely a very good setup. And it's just something that I missed. Maybe it's not the best because we do kind of have these equal lows down here, but at the same time, just because we soup these equal lows, and not close above them, as well as they are around 10 points away. If we would have came down and taken out this low and delivered higher, okay, I probably wouldn't have taken the setup if we did end up inversing, because of how close we came down to these equal lows, this and closing below these ones, is that there's more, I feel like, of a conviction to end up displacing down again, taking out these equal lows, and then potentially actually going up and delivering higher. So, but I still would say it was a very good setup. Again, not really too worried about these equal lows. But yeah, ended up inversing. Um, Thankfully, my fill was a little bit better than the close. Because again, I was on my phone. I was a little late to when I saw the candle close, and then also on my other Top Step account, my fill was actually within the inverse, the tap back into the inverse. So I actually got an amazing fill on there. And yeah, risked about 15 points. One thing I did realize is I forgot that I set my liquidation to around 450 on Top Step X. And so I almost did get liquidated out actually, because on my 150 I did go in two contracts just because I was okay going in a little heavier size. So I was 50, I think, with this drawdown I had, I believe I was like $50 away from liquidation. So I ended up moving that up on my 150 because I realized that is a little bit too little. I don't usually trade two contracts on there, but still, I can afford to risk a little more on the 150 compared to the 50K where I do have that set at 450 because there's no point of going more than one contract on that. But yeah, so luckily I didn't get liquidated out. And then on my 150, I ended up taking one off here, which is also the internal high, so my break even point. So my 50K ended up moving to break even. And then I wanted to see the second minute, or sorry, the second 3 minute get tapped. So plus the way we closed above this, that was very good confirmation. So yeah, I had my TP on the 50K all the way up here, as well as my second take profit on the 150K at here. And yeah, we ended up delivering and tapping into both. Now, again, mentioned how I saw these equal highs earlier. I just wanted to play it safe. Again, the fact that we have this 3 minute, but again we did close above, and then we have the second 3 minute. I just wanted to just target that. I didn't really want to, you know. Plus, I was comfortable with the amount of profit it was. Now for another 18 points, yeah, it would be nice, but I wasn't too worried about it, and thankfully I did, because after that we ended up coming up a little bit, and then we were probably still within the 3 minute range. Or actually, we did inverse above it, but then we ended up coming back down. And if I didn't take profit there, I would have got stopped at a break even. So I'm glad I took profit there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And yeah, I didn't take anything in the AM, or not going to take anything else for the day. So see you guys next week. Ending it off here. Glad to end Friday up on a win. So yeah, see you guys.